Hello world. This is part two of the query in Google Sheets screencast, where we're talking about how you can use the query function to quickly figure out which dates from the main lottery, from the in this case the 2019 permit year, had the lowest amount of application volume, and so that you can use that information to pick dates to apply for in your groups for the 2020 main lottery. So let me just take it from the top here with the function we're using, and that is this query function, right? And so query, what query does is it takes a set of data, and in this case, it's all the data from the main lottery tab, and it sorts that in a way we want. And so in this case, it would be really hard for me as a human to read the PDFs that the park gives out with the approximately 470 permits. But if you put them in a spreadsheet and use database sorting language, you can very quickly figure out which permits for which dates had the lowest application volume. Those are the ones we want to apply for, right? Because if you apply for the dates that the least amount of people applied for in the past, you'll have the greatest likelihood of getting those permits. So that's what we're doing here. The data we're pulling is the main lottery data from this spreadsheet right here, or this tab in the sheet. So it's pulling this data. We're selecting columns C, B, I, J, and K, where column E is greater than 25%. So we're very quickly looking at all the dates where your odds of winning are greater than 25%. And we can see there's about 6 of them right here. And they're all in the winter, right? And so these are the dates that had the least amount of volume. It's really neat, right? Well, say if you're just a one person applying, you don't have a group of people to apply for, well, these are the dates you want to apply for next year, right? Well, say you got a bigger group. You actually got like 15 other 5-point people, all right? Then you can expand your scope of dates to apply for, right? So here we got the query where we bumped it, the percentage down by 20% to 20% to expand the scope. So now we can see all the dates from the 2019 lottery where the odds of winning were greater than 20%, right? Really, really neat, I think, anyway. This is so much more powerful than the data the park gives you. You're taking the data they give you and sorting it instantaneously so that it's valuable to you as a future lottery applicant. Once again, down here on row 25, we've expanded the scope by even further to see all the permits where the odds of winning were greater than 10%. And so these are the dates. You see, these are all winter dates, right? So it's showing that the trends, if you've looked at this data extensively, you would expect. But say you want to go in the summer. Well, we know that the small trips have lower application volume. So that's what I did here on line 73 was we looked at permits where that were just small size. So we use database language to say, okay, where H equals H, and then the string value small size, and where E is where odds are greater than 5%, right? And so we can see these are all the dates where the odds are greater than 5%. So if you want to go in the summer, get a group of 7 other people, including yourself, so a group of 8 people. Hopefully you all have 5 points. Apply to these dates. That's the best thing you can do. Then I have the inverse, right? What are the dates that are hardest to get? We can see these very, very quickly. So permit odds of winning that are less than 1/5 of 1%. In non-mathematical terms, crazy small odds. And we can see here, I actually did 0.0019%. And then I can get my top 5 hardest to win dates from the 2019 lottery. And you can see, first thing you can see is that chances the applicants have all ones and twos versus like all fives and sometimes tens. And then the other thing you can see is just the high application volume for every one of these is over 150, and a couple of them this October 1st. Everyone wants to go October 1st, right? 430 people. So if you are interested in minimizing your odds, say you're just going to apply to donate money to the Park Service, apply for these 5 dates, right? Uh, you you won't win a permit. Statistically speaking, the probability is extremely small. So less than, as I said, less than 1/5 of 1% in these cases. So that's the query we're using. I've tried to copy and paste it so that it's easy for people to use in their make and use themselves for their own data. So I'll put that there. It doesn't have the equal sign, so it doesn't run without the equal sign. But you can use this data by going File, make a copy. You'll make a copy of the spreadsheet, get all the data, and then you can build queries to your needs. Say you want to see what 10% is, or sort it in a different way using your own creativity. Also just keep in mind this is an open source project, which means um, I don't make any money. All the data and sources are publicly available. And if you have a contribution you want to make, comment on the spreadsheet. Let me know. Say, hey, try this or add this. A lot of the additions, this project's going into its 4th year. The 2020 year will be its 4th year. And a lot of the great things that have happened in this data sheet to make it better for everyone have come from the community. So it's not a one-man show by any means. There's lots of great people that have helped to make it better. So thanks for watching, and I hope this query function is fun, useful, and leads to people getting down the river on a private river trip. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.